In this video, I'm going to break down the exact framework that our realtors are using to get listing appointments every week and 1 to 2 listings every single month on autopilot using YouTube ads. My name is Aaron Chandra. I'm the founder of Lead Gen Pros, and I'm going to walk you through this framework step by step. Let's get right into it. So before we get into how this system works, I want to explain why this system works so well, right? The rationale behind why it works, which is really important to understand if you're going to commit to something like this for yourself. So on the left-hand side, we have generic Facebook ads that pretty much every single realtor has already tried. There's a very low barrier to entry, therefore the competition is really high, and lead cost, I've noticed over the past couple of years, has also gone up pretty substantially. Typically with Facebook, you're playing a numbers game where you're going to deal with hundreds of lower quality leads. And yep, there's totally still, real home buyers and home sellers in those hundreds of leads, but it's up to you as the realtor to kind of sift through them and find the ones who are actually serious. And a reason of why that is because Facebook oftentimes, they only really allow broad targeting. So you can't target homeowners specifically. You can target broad interests like, for example, hey, realtor.ca or realtor.com or Zillow, but that's really it. And as a byproduct of so many people being on Facebook and the competition being so high is your ads fatigue very quickly. Now, if you have an agency running your ads for you, that's not a problem because they're likely taking care of this for you. But if you're an individual realtor running your own ads, you're going to notice that your ads start off well, but over time, the lead cost goes up, and it's up to you to make changes to ensure that your performance stays consistent. And lastly, most realtors, when they run Facebook ads, they're running generic ads that don't establish any brand credibility. So what oftentimes ends up happening is you're going to call a lead and they'll say things along the lines of, hey, I didn't really fill this out, or I didn't click this form, did I? Oh, sorry, it must have been a mistake, right? You end up getting a lot of low intent prospects in the door. Now compare this to the right-hand side with what we call the know, like, and trust framework, or really YouTube ads, or what I'm going to show you today. We call this a blue ocean strategy because there's really nobody doing it, and we're really swimming in the ocean where there's just no blood, right? We're kind of free to do what we want and do what we please. And the reason why YouTube ads are just so new, it's extremely unsaturated. And the reason why that is because the barrier to entry is really high. A lot of realtors don't want to put themselves out there and get on camera. So as a result, for those who do put themselves out there and do get on camera, they're able to reap the rewards of extremely low competition. And these numbers reflect as well in the CPMs, like the metrics that we get back when you compare YouTube to Facebook in the same markets, which is actually why we're switching almost the vast majority of our clients off of Facebook, which we've ran for 5 years now, onto YouTube, just because the metrics are so much better. One of the reasons that we love YouTube ads as an agency is because the ads bring in just generally much higher intent leads. And the reason why that is because we actually have hyper-specific targeting that Google has access to in what we call in-market audiences. So Google knows, kind of scary, Google knows if you're a homeowner or not based on your search history. And they also know your buying patterns, again, based on your search history. So we can target people who are specifically looking to buy or sell a home based on what they've been searching. And as a result, this is vastly different than what Facebook allows you to do, because now we can show our ads only to the right people. I'm going to repeat that. We're only going to show our ads to the right people. We don't want to show our ads to everybody. We want to show them to people who actually have intent, and YouTube allows us to do that. And as another byproduct, just as a kind of a bonus, the ad creative on YouTube, it just lasts a lot longer because people are constantly searching for these keywords every single day. So sell my home Calgary, top realtor Calgary, whatever the search keyword is, people are searching these things every single day. So YouTube continuously has a fresh audience of people to show your ad to. And lastly, a byproduct of getting on camera is you're going to start to build your brand awareness and kind of get that local celebrity status, right? That a lot of realtors kind of want, but they might not know how to go about that, right? But by putting yourself out there on camera, you're going to have people coming up to you being like, hey, you're that guy I saw on YouTube, right? So hopefully these couple reasons here help you understand how this strategy is different and why it works so well. All right, now we're going to get into the actual secret sauce, and here is the strategy. So number one, we have our targeting. So on YouTube, right, which is essentially, Google owns YouTube, so we're running Google ads. So in this case, on Google, you can actually target specific keywords where if somebody's searching these keywords, your video is going to show up in front of this person who is already searching those keywords. Say they're watching a video on YouTube, whether it's a cat video or a cooking video or whatever it might be, they're going to see your specific ad. So right off the bat, you can see the intent is going to be quite high, right? People who are searching things along the lines of, hey, how do I increase my home value? Who's the best realtor locally? What do I do before selling my home? How long does it take to sell my home? When's the best time? And so forth. So right off the bat, you're getting a much more qualified lead. And beyond that, what you can also do is run ads for in-market audiences. So this is people, or these are people rather, who Google knows are actually homeowners. So we're showing your ads, again, to the right people. Now, in terms of what kind of ads tend to perform well, you're going to ideally want to have a strong lead magnet. So a lead magnet is something to offer to your ideal demographic that's going to prompt them to click your ad. In this one here, we have a guide that's going to help you sell your home for the highest value in the least amount of time, stress-free, right? So if you click this ad, right, this is an ad that's going to be shown before a YouTube video. It's 5 seconds long, or the first 5 seconds of the video rather is the part that a prospect cannot skip. So you want to ensure your hook is very engaging to possibly prompt somebody to stick around and watch, 10, 15, 20 seconds and do the call to action, which is to actually click the link or click the button below. And then once they click the button below, you're going to take them to a landing page. Now, in terms of building out landing pages, this is something that most realtors oftentimes are not going to do themselves. Again, which is why the barrier to entry on YouTube is really, really high. Most agency owners can do this with relative ease. So for us, for example, we use Go High Level. Another good tool is funnel.io, or you can even use ClickFunnels, right? Those are a couple good ones there. But basically at this point, you're going to go to a landing page to capture the client's info, right? So click here to claim your ebook, and then you're just going to prompt them to say, hey, here's your name, email, phone number, or whatever information you want to capture there. And here's the important part. Here's the strategy that's very well thought out in that there's a second call to action. So there's a second video here that actually says, hey, it's Mr. Realtor here. Thanks so much for claiming your free guide. Now, if you want to know how we've used these strategies to help X amount of homeowners in Y area to sell their homes for above list price in under 14 days or whatever your offer is, click the link below to get a complimentary home evaluation, right? Now, the challenge is if you offer that home evaluation at the very front here, you would turn a lot of people away because it's too strong of a call to action. However, if you offer them something a little bit, it's kind of a lighter call to action in that, hey, we're going to give you a free guide, and then you've given them some value. And then if you then offer them this eval on the second side where it's like, oh yeah, they already gave me this guide, they've already given me some value. Yeah, maybe I'll click to see, what the eval entails, right? You get more lead flow in the door this way. And then they have the ability to book inbound with you, right? So not only now are you getting inbound leads, but you're getting inbound booked appointments. And lastly, here's where our system, we have an SMS follow-up in place that, again, good agencies will do for you. But this is the dynamic. This is actually a real SMS that a client actually texted one of our real estate partners where they said, hey, Natasha, this is so-and-so. I'm interested in learning about your full price fast track ebook. Thank you for your help. Now that's crazy because with a lot of lead gen ads that, that other agencies or generic, companies will run, it looks something along the lines of this. Right, where there's a generic ad, an auto-filled form, and then an instant list, and you just get prospects who are not really qualified. They don't remember clicking on your ad. They're like, why are you calling me? I don't even know you're an agent. Like, my kid took my iPad, whatever it is, right? When you compare that to our system here, we actually now have a prospect who is actually thanking the realtor for providing some value right off the bat. Thank you for your help. So you can see how a system like this, it builds familiarity and gets the prospect to know, like, and trust you before you actually reach out. Now, there's a lot more of the system that we actually do for our real estate partners, but really, in a nutshell, what the system's going to do is going to allow you to get prospects that, again, know, like, and trust you. They have reasonable timelines because of the search intent. They actually know you're an agent. They saw you on YouTube. You're getting access to real home sellers who have the intent, who are serious. They're providing value, so you're providing value, so they trust you, and they have the ability to book inbound on your calendar. So this system, you can see, is vastly different than what the majority of realtors are doing out here today. And if you actually want to learn a little bit more about what this system entails, I've actually put together a free 10-minute training video that goes through this system in greater detail. So you can click the link down below, fill out your information, name, email, phone, and you can access that free training. So it'll give you a little bit more of an inside scoop that we don't share with just everybody on YouTube. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.